Hey guys, it's Sunday, May 4th. We just got back from a ride in Holly Springs, Mississippi called Pigs in the Forest. It's the first time I've been on a ride like this, as far as a big adventure bike ride, I guess is what you would call it, but it's centered around the Holly Springs, Mississippi National Forest. It's a whole lot of really quality gravel roads, I guess you would say Forest Service roads, things like that, but thought I'd get a quick video out. The bike's still completely loaded down. I've just about started to unpack it, and I was like, well, let me get a video out and let everybody know what happened. How did the bike do? Full disclosure real quickly, the bike is functionally still completely stock. I've got some accessories on it, but the engine, tires, stuff like that's all still stock. I've got some other videos out with what all I've done to the bike. This setup, as far as the luggage, this has absolutely everything I needed in it to tent camp, and probably a little bit more than what I needed to tent camp and eat while I was gone. We rode up there Thursday, camped Thursday night, Friday night, and then Saturday night, and we came home this morning. So we stayed 3 full days, 3 full nights, and everything went great. Nobody was majorly injured. There was probably 100 or so, maybe 150 riders in the ride. But as far as the bike goes, this Viking luggage did really well. It fits the Tenere really well. My dad's got a Pan America. It works on his bike. It doesn't fit as good as this one. I think his bike is so wide, and the way the back seat's set up, it could be better for his bike, but still worked just fine. Because we were going to be gone so long, and we knew it was going to be raining probably 50% of the time, I packed a little bit of extra stuff more than I normally would, just to keep myself dry. I knew I was going to have to take a big enough tent to put my stuff inside of it the whole time, and I'm glad that I did, because it rained pretty hard both Friday and Saturday. And I'll get into that on another video about how well that did. But the luggage, I didn't ride the whole weekend on it. The luggage was there and back, and then it stayed in the tent. But check out the Viking luggage. I think I said Viking earlier. I may have said Rhino. This is Viking luggage, and it is their soft saddle systems, very similar to Moscow. So the miles, I think when I got here, I almost hit 600 miles, and approximately let me think about this. We were about 335 miles off-road, give or take. It may be, there's highway connecting a lot of the gravel roads, so I am counting the connection roads, so it's not exactly that much. But we rode multiple 100 miles on gravel and forest roads, and some of it, I guess you could call it some 2-track. I think they were old decommissioned county roads that were no longer being serviced. Really good time. If you're going to go do an event like that and you're an old school bike rally guy, that's not what these things are. This is really just a gathering of guys camping and having a good time together. There's no live music and staying up till 3 in the morning. That's not what this is. So I didn't know what to expect, but it's nothing like that from the rallies I've been to in the past. Still a good time. The bike did really good. I had no issues with the bike. I had no issues with the stock tires for the type of stuff we were riding on. I aired them down a little bit, not a lot, and the bike was phenomenal. It rained on us, like torrentially rained on us Friday and Saturday while we were riding, and I was wet both days basically the whole time we were riding, and I dried out with the exception of my boots. So nothing really to complain about. There was no hiccups on the bike. I never dropped it, while we were riding, but I was never in any scare of that either. We kind of took our time, and it was great. So, again, Rhino, I just did it again. Sorry, guys. Viking luggage. It's good stuff, man. You've got two big saddlebags on each side. You got a big top bag. You got a tent stake bag. I bought this, I think, at Buc-ee's or something like that. It's just got my clothes in it. Fits up tight, don't move around. It did the whole ride back about like 250 miles of highway there and back, so it's good stuff. So what did I bring? I had a 3-person tent. I had a footprint. I brought a tiny camp chair, camp stove, some food, sleeping bag. I have a little camp shower I hang in a tree because most of these places don't have a place to wash your butt, and I can't go 3 days without at least washing it once, so I had that kind of stuff. Minimal clothes. I basically brought what I would wear. I knew I was going to get wet, so I had my knee pads motocross type pants and jersey, and I had my bionic armor underneath that. I brought a windbreaker, waterproof windbreaker to put underneath that to at least keep my chest dry. I knew it was gonna be cold, so I had that. And then the rest of my clothes were basically just like shorts and Under Armour tops to wear in the sleeping bag and then change into. And then I had a hoodie to wear when it got cool at night. I think it was 48 last night, so it was pretty chilly. So that's really all I brought. So basically, shorts and t-shirts, sleep clothes type stuff, and then the stuff that I rode in. And then I just hung up all my junk in the tent, in the vestibule, or whatever they call that outside the tent, and let it dry. Good stuff. If anybody's interested in that ride, it's called Pigs in the Forest, Holly Springs, Mississippi. They do it in spring, which just ended today. They do another one in the fall. They have a website. Just Google Pigs in the Forest, Mississippi, and then you'll find it. I don't think they've announced the date for the fall, but they do it twice a year. If you're interested in that, it is a pretty good time. So check them out. If you got any questions on the luggage and whatnot, hit me up. I'd be glad to answer any questions you got, and I appreciate it, guys.